So someone wrote in and said, you talked about how to get my wife to have sex with me again program. Has it been released yet? And can you tell us how to get this to work? This is Reid from readaboutsex.com.
Cathy Vartuli from TheIntimacyDojo.com. Technically, it was never a program. It was a webinar.
Which did happen.
And
we'll put the link down below.
And the program I would recommend is Relationship 10X at relationship10x.com. And you can get some free videos. And if you and your wife, or you and your husband, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, or whoever you're dating, if you want to do the communication geekery that's in that program, that has helped tons of people get better at communicating and working through their upsets. Which, if you like each other, once you work through all of that emotional, scar tissue or the emotional barnacles that are slowing the relationship down, then people just end up having better communication skills, less upset. They start asking for what they want, and then all of a sudden, if you really like people, you're like, oh my god, let's have some sex or make out or do something. And in that course, there's every Wednesday, like every hump day, then we do a little video and some education on sexuality stuff and sex stuff and creating pleasure with each other's bodies that kind of heightens people's curiosity, and then they want to practice on each other. Your mileage may vary, but that is the course where in the teleclass, it really was like, hey, here's why people aren't sleeping with each other, generally speaking. Yep. And then here are some of the things to look at. And Relationship 10X is one of those courses that really does solve or dissolve a lot of the concerns and problems that are keeping people from sleeping together, if you want to sleep together.
And it teaches you amazing relationship skills that you can use throughout your life.
Mm-hmm.
If you want your partner to sleep with you again, just talking to them about what you'd like to have happen and asking what they're feeling, like being genuine, and instead of trying to... I've read a lot of books where they talk about take out the trash, definitely take out the trash. It's a nice thing to do. But talking to each other about what's really going on and what we're each feeling, rather than trying to hint and hope, I think is much more useful.
Yeah. Also just being understanding that sometimes, people are going through certain situations with their body. So having sex or, trying to be erotic with each other might be painful. Pain, the kind you don't want, like, if you're into pain as an erotic thing, that's one thing. But most people don't feel sexy when there's a toothache, or, if there's something going on, with an injury, or, their back or their pelvis or something like that. So understanding that sometimes there are things that are actually going on. It's not really about you. It's about what's going on for each other's bodies. Certain people are maybe on medications that really kind of decrease their libido, so they're just not interested in sex. It's not that they're not interested in you or don't love you. It's that the spark is kind of being muffled by whatever medicine and whatnot that they're on.
Or just different times in our lives, or stress can cause hormone fluctuations, which make it less sexy time.
Yeah. So one of the things that I would recommend, if you don't get a chance to listen to the teleclass, is the idea of let's take sex off the table, and let's increase the number of crayons in our crayon box for how can we exchange pleasure. Mm-hmm. And just make each other feel good.
Build connection.
And so from that perspective, if you guys like taking a shower together, like just soaping up a loved one in the shower and then rinsing them off and then drying each other off. Like, there's so many other ways, just cuddling while you're watching television, if that works for your body, rather than, sitting in different chairs on either side of the coffee table that's in between you. Little things, just going for a walk and holding hands. These kinds of things can be really important. Taking, like an acro yoga class together, or like something where you're doing stuff together. can be really helpful. I mean, now I have in my head that scene from Ghost where they're doing pottery together, like whatever, cooking with each other, and sharing a hug. Like set one of the cooking timers to share a hug every 5 minutes while you're making dinner. Things like that. It doesn't always have to be sex, but connection, physical touch when you want it, and creating pleasure for each other helps a lot, because a lot of people have in their minds the fear that they have to have the sex.
Yeah.
And then, so baby steps, avail yourself of more information, figure out what's going on for you, and then the ability to be able to talk about it.
Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See that? Why are they there?